So when are you going to start actually taking accountability for what you've done? Accountability is you taking responsibility for actions, for decisions, and for outcomes that has taken place. A person that always struggled with accountability almost always never had anyone in their lives to make them hold themselves accountable. Not saying everything is your fault, because it's not. But once you learn the importance of accountability and importance of taking accountability, you will be on a journey to growth. Accountability is a part of growth. If you cannot understand your wrongdoings, you will not be able to grow. If you can acknowledge the fact and do some self-awareness of where you've done wrong and where you have played an important part in, you will always limit yourself in growing in the way that you're supposed to. You want to heal. You want to be healed. You want to be set free. You want new things to take place in your life. They're either being traumatized by, any type of trauma that has taken place in their lives. So they blame the people that have hurt them, and they blame their situations, the things that they have been through, as a reason of why they do the things that they do. When all you see is trauma, that is always going to be your excuse. I've been traumatized. I've been this. I've been that. That is going to always, always, always be a person that does not know how to take accountability. That's going to be their excuse all the time. Acknowledge and take accountability of the things that you have done so that you will not repeat those same mistakes later on in life. That's the importance of taking accountability. I know taking accountability, sometimes it comes with a lot of hurt and it comes with a lot of pain. But it also comes with a lot of growth if you accept it and if you do what you are supposed to do with it. All I have ever done for a large portion of my life is not take accountability and responsibility for certain things. I did not understand the importance that it had took for me to do this so that growth can take place in my life, both physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You have to start taking accountability in your life. Like, you cannot just see others wrong, but you also see your wrongs doing as well. And it's not to bash you. Accountability is not to bash you, but it's to help you grow. It's to help you evolve so you do not go and repeat these same mistakes again. You learn from them, but before learning from them, you have to know what they are in order to learn from them. It may be hard sometimes because you don't want to acknowledge the things that you have been through or the things that you have done to other people or done for a specific thing to take place in your life. You cannot continue to sweep things up on a rug and think that it is okay. You're cheating yourself you are robbing yourself out of growing. You are robbing yourself out of evolving. You are robbing yourself of God actually doing the work that He wants to do on the inside of you. And let me tell you, when God wants something to come out, He's going to do just that. He's going to make it come out. So whether you don't want to acknowledge it right now, when the time is right, God acknowledge it. God will bring it back to your remembrance. He may bring other people into your lives that will hold you accountable and make sure that you hold yourself accountable, not out of anger, not out of bitterness, but so that they can help you. That is why it is so important for you to have an iron sharpened iron type of relationship. There's different types of accountability. People want you to take accountability because they want you to feel what you've done to them. But other people want you to take accountability so that you can actually grow from it. And sometimes you got to ask yourself, who are these people? Because if you are surrounding yourself with individuals that want you to take accountability just so that you can feel what you have done to them, or so that you can feel a certain type of way, they have unrenewed minds. And sometimes, I'm gonna be real with y'all, I was that individual until I understood how that was wrong of me. You cannot expect or want somebody to feel what you felt, because for one, that's witchcraft, and for two, you're speaking evil plans, and you're desiring evil things to take place in your life, in somebody else's life, and that's not right. you allow people to, you bring it to the forefront and allow certain people to take accountability so that they can grow for it, so that they won't repeatedly hurt you, and so that they won't repeatedly hurt themselves or other people. That should be the motive of your heart. I literally just learned this a few weeks ago, y'all. I didn't know what was going on. And that is why I am led to really talk about this. It is so important to hold yourself accountable for the things that you've done. And even when it looks ugly, those couple of weeks to where I'm at now, I got a deeper revelation about accountability. I got a deeper meaning, and I was able to grow and receive knowledge and wisdom once I was seeking the Father from those things. So you got to ask yourself, am I holding myself accountable, or am I actually allowing other people to hold me accountable? Because people run from accountability because they don't like the way it feels. And sometimes, look, I got a lot of people in my life that will hold me accountable, and it don't feel good. But it is necessary. It is necessary. So I started to receive it with open arms, and I actually start to learn from it. It is always the posture of your heart and your mindset pertaining to the matter. When things come to your way, you have to broaden your capacity when it comes to this. You have to broaden your mindset, and you have to open up your heart to receive wisdom and knowledge from the mistakes that you made. A lot of times people just stop at the mistakes that they made instead of growing through the mistakes that they made and letting that very thing work on the inside of them so that they can be a better individual. I'm gonna use this as an example. This may be a little deep, or it may be a harsh one, but I'm gonna use it anyway because I think it'll make more sense. You get fired from a job, right? Because you've done something that you weren't supposed to do and you got caught by your boss. So as a result of your wrongdoings, you got fired, but you're going back and forth with the boss on why they shouldn't fire you. But clearly you gave them a reason to fire you because of your wrongdoings, because of the wrong that you've done, right? So instead of acknowledging that, you go back and forth. Now we go to job number 2. The same thing takes place. You do something wrong that goes against their policy. You do the complete opposite. You got caught, and as a result of that, you got fired. You do the same thing. You go back and forth with the boss. Now we go to job number 3. Same thing take place, right? You got caught, you got fired, you go back and forth. So now, because of that, now you went through 3 jobs because you did not want to take accountability of your actions. You went through 3 jobs just because you didn't want to take accountability of your actions, but you blame everybody else for what you did. Take accountability of what you done so that way you don't have to go through all the ugliness and go through all the stuff that you brought about yourself because you didn't want to take accountability. Accountability sometimes can be a harsh truth, but it's for your well-being. It's for you to grow. It's for you to develop into who God has called you to be, so that way you won't go and make the same mistake. I always say, I'd rather for the people around me to tell me about myself, that genuinely love me and care for me and want me to be great, to tell me about myself, than an outsider that don't really care about me to tell me. I wouldn't want that, because they're going to hold it against me. And instead of helping me to acknowledge it and help me to grow from it, that's what the people around me that's genuine. A lot of people run from accountability because they don't like the way it feels, because they don't like to feel it, because their pride and their ego has took the front seat. But we all need accountability to stay on the right track. Let's be honest. Every once in a while, we want to do something wrong. But we need that accountability to help us stay and remind us to be on the right track. Who is your accountability partner? You can't sometimes just say that my accountability partner is me. Your accountability partner can be you in certain ways. But in other ways that you know that you're weak, you need a more tougher accountability partner. can't take accountability for individuals that is too soft with your feelings or care more about your feelings than anything. Sometimes with taking accountability comes with hurting some feelings and hurting your feelings, hurting my feelings. But it does not matter about the now. It matters about where we're going after we take responsibility of the things that we done. Now, how can we move forward and be the best thing moving forward? Don't let it bound you, but let it grow you. The enemy wants the things and the decisions, the outcomes, all the actions that you've done to bound you, but God want to use that to grow you. That's why it's important for you to take accountability, so that you will not make the same mistake again, and so that you can teach others to not make the same mistake again. We get blindsided by a lot of different things because that pride, that wall goes up. We don't like where it's coming from, who's saying it, and we don't like what they're saying. But in reality, it's what you need. It's what you need for you to grow. It's what you need for you to develop. It's what you need to be a better individual. Accountability. And accountability does not just stop there. It goes further. You have to learn. You have to grow through it. And you have to make sure that you're not making the same mistake again. Y'all, we got this. I love y'all. That's what I had to come on here to tell y'all, because this was well up in my spirit this week. And I just want to tell y'all that I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next video. Bye.